I mean, I'm not trying to make, I'm not egoing. I'm just saying that's the way they looked at me like that. So they didn't, that's just the way it was, even with the police. So, I mean, that's pretty much. Now, what are you exactly asking me? Because I probably would have ran off the road again.
I was asking. I mean, you answered it. I was just asking if there was artists that were waiting for album releases, and then Tupac shows up, and
yeah, I'm sure it was some of that. Yeah, I'm sure it was some of that because Pac, once he came, he became number one because Snoop had been number one, and Dre left, so Pac became the number one, and then Pac already being a star before Snoop was a star, he took the front seat. But I mean, Snoop was riding next to him, but he took the front seat. And Snoop really wasn't jealous of that because he was going through that thing. And he knew how big he was. He knew how big his album was. So that he was able to ride that album. And the first album wasn't no flop. It just wasn't no big. It wasn't nowhere. The second album wasn't no flop. It just wasn't nowhere near big as the first album. So after he got acquitted, which I told him he did, I said, man, I'm praying for you, man. You go make it. And he said, I kind of believe you, Ricky Ralph. And, because he knew I was that guy. And he got off,
This is a Jmix exclusive.
Now, you spoke on working with Dre. What is it like to work with Dre? A lot of people say that he's very meticulous in the studio. Did you have that experience when you were working with Dre on California Love?
Yeah, he's very meticulous, but I was able to get whatever he wanted. See, the only thing with me and Dre, when I first came, and I was playing the old George Clinton funk on the stuff, he said, no. We like that, but we don't want that. We want a gangster style. Check this out. Dre was showing here, let me hear a gangster line. And this is true story. When I first got with him and we was cutting, I would be playing the old George Clinton Funkadelic because I had played with them and I knew all that, Funkadelic, Eddie Hazel, all that stuff. He said, that's cool, but we want a gangster. And once he let me hear what a gangster line was, I started inventing them. He didn't have to give them to me no more. And he didn't have to give them to me as long at all, because once I got what it was, I'm one of them kind of guys, you give it to me and I got it. You give it to me and I got it. I mean, I'm that way on stage live. I'm that way in the studio with anybody I play with. So that's the only thing, and it didn't take long because because I let him hear, but it would be the old funk, it would be the old rock, it'd be that George Clinton thing or slide. Whatever. He didn't want that. He wanted the gangster thing with the same funk in a gangster way. And once I heard what he wanted, I knew exactly what to do. I could do it with the wah-wah. I could do it without the wah-wah. I knew how much to play on the bass and how much not to play on the bass. And that's where it was. That's the only thing I knew. That's what I learned. Once he gave that to me, and I caught on real quick anyway. It was only a couple sessions. And he'd say, man, do it like this. He said, okay, now you got it. And after that, I had it, and I was going with it. And by the time we did, start working on Snoop's first album, I had it. He gave me 1 or 2 lines. After that, he had to give me nothing else. It's like when we did Doggy Dog World. You remember that video?
I do, with the Fabulous Dramatics.
Yeah, but with the Dramatics, I had already played with Dramatics. I did their own gold album in Detroit. So they, I already knew them. I already knew a lot of people, but I'm just saying that's because of my previous, at that time, 20 years, being a veteran for 20 years, already playing with a lot of people, and so they was already my friends. And that line I put on there was a gangster line. If you want to just And then also, if the homies can't have none, ain't no fun. The homies that line too, is, is a gangster line. I mean, it's a whole bunch of different things, And then I with Pac, I went further with it, because when I was playing with Snoop, Tony Green was the bass player. Tony Green was the bass player, but after Tony left, I started playing the bass because I was already, kind of a bass player. I played bass on records and stuff. But yeah, that's the thing I learned from Dre. He showed me the direction that the young funkers going into is another thing. The G funk, and that's also what I did for Warren G. So,
now, when you did California Love, was that the first time that you had actually met Tupac? Did you meet him during that session?
I'd already played on the session when I met Pac, and I met him, and he watched me though, because he said, this guy's strange. Let me see if this guy real or not. And when he saw I was real, because he said he didn't know if I was just some guy that's weird and trying to be something that he ain't. I knew he was. My spirit knew I'm one of them kind of people. I'm a psychic guy, so I knew he was checking me out. Because I had my own thing to me. I come in there walking like I was a star too, So he was checking me out, and he was. And he knew I must have been somebody. And then when Johnny J saw how quick I was, then he said, okay. And after then, he called me all the time. So, that's when he really got it that I was that guy. That's when we clicked. And Johnny was still there, because Yeah, so that's
I have to ask you about your work on the song Hit 'Em Up. It's one of the most notorious diss songs in history. Now, I know that you were probably working on the music and you didn't know what the finished product would be. What was your opinion of the finished product?
Well, all the Pac stuff was legendary to me. That Pac was legendary. It's as simple as that. Just like, people that reckon, I ain't trying to be egotistical, but I know what God gave me too. So when I play on some stuff, they say, that's Ricky Rouse. Pac was a star, so he was the real deal. So the music had to be like he was, and I was a musician that could do that. So, we didn't have no duds. We had star songs that was deeper than the other ones, maybe at the top 10, of course, but we didn't have no duds. I don't know one. I know, I can make, pick out a couple songs, but I just couldn't keep on going. But I do know the stuff that I did with Pop was legendary stuff. Some of the stuff was, the A1 songs, with the bullet or whatever, but it wasn't no duds with him. There wasn't no duds with Snoop. I mean, when I played with Death Row, it was some couple little people coming there and you just help them out or whatever, but that was very rare. But when it came down to the stars, it was A1 stuff all the way, man. And I had to be on my game, but I was already born into that. I was already that guy. So that was the real guy. They knew I was the real guy. That's why I got respected and treated like that, because they knew I was that real guy. I was real like they was. I was just a guitar player. You understand where I'm coming from?
Absolutely.
Game recognized game. Once Pac saw I was the real deal, he called me for everything.
Was Pac a hothead? Some people say that Pac could be a real nice guy, but others...
Yeah, he was a hothead. One time, it's one little thing, wasn't no altercation or nothing like that, but I just let him know who I was and what I was, and he loved me for that. I don't know, he was like kind of on one that day. And I was in charge of the musicians, and we was tuning up, and he was talking about, come on, man, he wasn't talking directly at me, but since I was the leader of the people in the room, I spoke. And Nate was there, Snoop was there, and a lot of people was there. And so my spirit just told me to let me know how to handle this. Cause he was saying, "Come on, y'all, remember?" Like he was like on one, like into that other Pac thing that got him, messed up. And he wasn't talking directly at me, but he had to be talking to me because I was the leader of the band. He said, "Come on, hurry up with it." Somebody said I was so extremely cool. I say, "Hey, Pac, we trying to tune up for you, man." I said it just like that, with no fear in my voice. And I said, "Man," I told the keyboard player, "Give me a G, man." That was like some movie shit. And that whole vibe died down, and Pac went over there. And after that, that's when we got close.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
Hey all, it's Jmix here, and I want to thank everybody that took the time to watch the video. If you liked it, go ahead and throw it a like, maybe even a comment down below. And if you really like my content, check out my Patreon. The link is down below. For $1 a month, you get all the live streams, unedited as soon as they happen, plus interviews in advance and other bonus content. The link is in the description. If not, you guys could always watch one of the videos to the side of me. See you on the next upload. One love, everybody.